Hassan's in Slough. Hassan, do you think he ever wanted to be president?
Probably not. I think the reason why he went for it was just to build more publicity for himself as a reality TV show star. But it's obviously backfired, and I don't think the Republicans ever thought he'd get this far. But the reason why I picked up the phone was I'm absolutely angry. It's an absolute disgrace what Donald Trump has actually done and what he actually means. It's not just to his name, the Trump Organization, but to the Republicans and Conservatives. Now, when I spoke to you a few weeks ago, as you know, I'm a Conservative, and if I was an American citizen, I would not have voted for Donald Trump. And at that time, I told you I would not have voted for Hillary Clinton either. But since then, I've come to the conclusion that I probably very reluctantly would have voted for Hillary Clinton. Now, the other point is, when you have men like Nigel Farrage helping Donald Trump, I'm not surprised with that. And this group of Homo sapiens who call themselves conservatives, they're not conservatives. I don't know what they are. And Marco Rubio, the other presidential candidate, he was right when he said that Trump was not a conservative. But then again, I actually partly blame Marco Rubio for the mishap today, because when he actually stood down from the leadership race, he should have backed Ted Cruz straight away, and then that would have...
Cruz is actually pretty horrible, but his horror is within the parameters of traditional politics. It's not as if there's some sort of collective... It's almost like a collective insanity. It's quite unbelievable. The question I want to ask you is what you hear. Because you lean to the right, I lean towards to the left, I suppose, although I prefer the word liberal because I'm quite right-wing on a few things, like Michael Gove's education policies, but we'll park that for another day. You lean more towards the right than I do. We're of a similar age and a similar generation, similarly educated.
The same age.
Yes, went to the same university, if memory serves.
Yes.
When I say I now understand how Holocausts happened, do I sound mad?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, sheesh.
No. It starts with words, as you said. It starts with words, and then it materializes into action. You asked an American caller earlier on if Donald Trump had abused a dead soldier who was white and from Kentucky, would you have supported? My response to that would have been, who hasn't he abused? He's abused pretty much everyone under the sun. And also... when Donald Trump actually says that the votes are rigged against him, it's a tacit admission that he's actually going to lose the election.
Well, so far, at least he fears he is. But you know, even then, and people will be joining in. Even in this country, there'll be people. But he's right. He's right. The MSM, the conspirators, they won't let him win. And then you play them the tape, or you show them the tweets of him saying when he didn't win an Emmy. I think he got beaten by the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills or something like that. He didn't win an Emmy. And he claimed it was rigged. And so you say, look, this is what he does when he loses. And they go, no. What did the guy from Kentucky say? He says some insane thing. So it's insane when he claims the Emmys is rigged, but it's not insane when he claims America is rigged.
Yeah, exactly. The only time I heard about rigged elections is actually in Bangladesh, my other country of origin, you know. So it is quite insane. Well, I just hope that the Republicans can actually recover from this.
I think all fans of democracy do, but when I come out with this slightly apocalyptic observation that I now understand how Holocausts happen, you realise that the first step towards that is somehow subverting and undermining the very notion of democracy. And the first step towards that is, of course, by claiming that the electoral system is corrupt, and he's already done that.
Yeah, absolutely. And you asked me, what am I hearing? Well, I mean, I'm hearing what you hear from Paul Ryan, from the Bush family, from the top Republicans, that, you know, they clearly don't support Donald Trump, and there is nothing legally they can do to disengage from him. It is unfortunate, but as I say, I just hope they can recover, because he's certainly blackened the name of the Republicans, which have achieved a lot over the last few hundred years in terms of civil rights and, you know, helping the minorities, etc. So he's completely overturned the principles and foundations of the Republicans.
Well, hopefully temporarily, as you say, because if you're a fan of democracy, you want a strong opposition. Even Conservatives in this country mourn the fact that opposition is so weak. The lead in the polls that Theresa May is enjoying, I presume you're one of those Conservatives, but the lead in the poll that Theresa May is enjoying now is, I mean, it's comical. It's so enormous. 26 after.